So the minimum versus the maximum mindset. The minimum versus the maximum mindset. Okay. Yesterday, we started to look at this training and we x-rayed the number of factors around this training. We're able to get to some points in the training. And today, let me ask you this question. The question I want to ask you is, why do some people win and others stay stuck? Why is it that some people win and other people stay stuck, but they do the same business? They are in the same business. They have the same compensation plan. Okay, the same compensation plan, the same time, the same opportunity. Okay, everything is the same office. Okay, they are doing the business in the same office, the same team, the same company, but they have completely different results daily. They have the same office, the same business, the same team, the same compensation plan, the same opportunity. They do everything together, but one person's result or some people's results is totally different from that person's results every day. And the difference is this, the mindset. The mindset that each person carries goes a long way to determine the kind of results that they are going to generate. The mindset that you carry will go a long way to determine your results, okay, that you're going to get. And then yesterday we saw what mindset is. We saw that mindset is the way you think, the way you act, and the way you respond. We saw that mindset is a set of beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions that shape how you interpret the world. The attitudes, the belief, the assumptions that you have that shape the world that you live in, that shape yourself and your situations. Your mind acts as a mental filter that influences your thoughts, your emotions. Your mind influences how you feel, whether you are happy, whether you are sad, your behavior, the way you act, and then ultimately determines your success or your failure. That's the power of the mind. So you can see that the mind is very, very powerful. Okay. There are types of mindsets. We saw a little about this yesterday. The first type of mindset is the fixed or the static mindset. We also have the growth mindset. We have the gratitude mindset, appreciative mindset. We have the willingness to fail or resilience mindset. Yesterday, I told us a little story, those of you that were not here, of how I did an event that was last 2 weeks. And in that event, I had planned to get the hall to do everything, but then the weather was not friendly. And I even called one of our leaders that was helping me to secure the hall to cancel the meeting, that from the look of the weather, the meeting might not hold. And then when I was even telling her, she said, yes, I wanted to ask you the same question, that do you think this meeting can still hold given the weather condition? And then I said, yes, I think that's much. So I just called to cancel the meeting. But as soon as I dropped the call and then after canceling the meeting, the next thing that happened was that I received a call. The next thing that happened was that I thought about it and I said, no, come on. Why should I, why should I cancel the meeting? Why should I cancel the meeting? Once I already made up my mind that I'm going to do the meeting. So I told myself, you know what, I'll just do the meeting and fail. Let it be that I did the meeting and nobody showed up. Let it be that I did the meeting and the result was bad. I want to fail in that meeting. So I made up my mind to fail. To my greatest surprise, I embarked on the meeting, and the day for the meeting, about 12 to 15 persons showed up. And the 12 to 15 persons that showed up, we did the presentation, and after the presentation, just one person got connected. Only one person got connected. And the person that got connected was, she didn't even have the means to make payments. She had to go home, bring her ATM card, come back to the hall, make her payments, and got started in the business. Do you know what? Fast forward to today, that singular payment has produced over 80 codes. Okay. That singular payment produced over 80 codes. So the question I want to ask is, what if the meeting never held? What if I canceled the meeting? If I had canceled the meeting, I don't think that result we got would have been able to get the results. Okay. And that is the failure mindset. One mind was telling me it shouldn't hold. One mind was telling me cancel the meeting. One mind was telling me don't go ahead with the meeting. The weather is bad. This is a sign from God that this meeting should not hold. This is a sign from God that this meeting should be cancelled. But because I continued regardless, that's why the result we have today, we have that result. Now you can imagine how many opportunities people have missed because of the lack of the mindset of willingness to fail or resilience. We also have the long-term vision mindset, where you see things from the long-term perspective, the entrepreneur mindset, where you are a risk taker and you decide to succeed. Presence mindset, the self-trust, where you consider yourself as your number one cheerleader. You are your number one cheerleader. You are your number one fan. And of course, you know that if you don't trust yourself, nobody will trust you. So you have to trust yourself and trust God that you'll succeed. You also have the courageous mindset, where you are willing to take steps that will give you results, where even you are not sure of the outcome, but you go ahead to take steps and produce results. Okay. We also saw the service mindset briefly yesterday, and that's where I'm going to be starting from today. The service mindset is this mindset that is all about service. Okay. The willingness to serve, the willingness to the loyal to serve, to give your best. And in fact, Jesus talked about this mindset, and he spoke about this when somebody came to him and said, I want my son to be on your left-hand side and my other son to be on your right-hand side. He said, no, the person that will serve the most will be the one that will be greater than all. That one is determined by my Father. He's going to be the person that serves the most. And do you know what? Even Apostle Paul in the Bible says, I was the least among all the apostles, but he said, I labored more than them all. I served more than them all. Okay? Even Jesus Christ gave an example. He said, if you don't allow me to wash your feet, if you don't allow me to wash you, you will never be clean. So he was exemplifying service. Service. Okay? Prioritization mindset, the priority mindset. We also have the proud or humble mindset, where somebody could be proud and or humble. So you could be proud. Pride often goes before a fall. And you know that pride is inimical to growth. Even the Bible says that if you are humble, God will lift you up, but he will set down the person with the person that is proud. Okay, that is the proud or the humble mindset. Okay, we also have the employee mindset and then the CEO mindset. The employee mindset we have the CEO mindset, then we have the minimum and the maximum mindset. So for the sake of this training, our focus is the minimum and the maximum mindset. If you are still with me, type 1 on the chat handle. If you are still with me, type 1 on the chat handle. Now, note, your mindset determines your growth curve. Your mindset determines your growth curve. Your growth curve is how long you stay in a particular stage before moving to higher stages. Your growth curve is your movement from point A to point B. And your mindset has a big role to play in determining your growth curve. Your mindset determines your speed. Okay, your mindset determines your speed. And do you know what? We have people who partake in sports. You find out that there is somebody who, fell down, who was running the race, and then the person had an accident or fell down on the road or on the racetrack. Then the person picks up, stands up, and begins to run. And the person that fell down, although other people had given the person a huge gap, but you will still find out that that person that fell will turn around and even outrun the people who were running ahead before him or before her. So the mindset determines your speed. Even in this business, some people grow faster than others. Some people succeed faster than others. And it is all a function of the mind. Now, if your success is dependent on your mindset, then it means that your speed is dependent on your mindset, and your results dependent on your mind, and your growth curve dependent on your mindset, then it means that this topic is a very serious topic. Okay? Mindset determines who you become at the end of the day. Jim Rohn said something: don't chase a goal for only what you are going to achieve. He said, chase this goal for the person that you are going to become. And then mindset also determines your legacy, the kind of legacy you leave, the kind of lifestyle you lead at the end of the day. What people will say about you even after you have gone is dependent on the mindset that you currently possess and that you are running. So let's look at the minimum mindset. The minimum mindset. What is the minimum mindset? The minimum mindset is the mindset that focuses on comfort. It avoids pressure. This mindset only works when things are convenient. The minimum mindset focuses on only comfortable things, comfort zone. It avoids pressure, does not want to be under any form of pressure. The minimum mindset works if things are convenient. And if things are not convenient, the minimum mindset refuses to work. This mindset always looks for less. The mindset looks for less. The minimum mindset focuses on spare time results instead of part-time or full-time results. The minimum mindset is always looking for the little results it can get. In fact, the minimum mindset operates with the least amount of accounts possible. The person is starting the business. The person is saying, which one is the smallest package? Should I start with the smallest package? They are not looking at something big. They are not looking at something that would drive them to do more for their growth to be exponential. They want to settle for less. The minimum mindset is the employee mindset that considers this business as the business of somebody instead of their own business. Okay, and so they bring in the employee attitude where they don't care whether the business is growing or not. They don't give a damn. And that is why their success is very, very slow. The minimum mindset does not chase growth, does not chase learning, and does not chase personal development. No growth, no learning, and no personal development. Okay, it does not, it is contented with average life. The minimum mindset is contented with average life, average results, average performance, average everything, average rank. The minimum mindset is comfortable with going to retreat after retreats and no results or difference. Yes, Mr. Uche made mention of something. He said, some people, when you tell them to attend retreat, they say, well, I've attended before and I've not really generated any better results. And that is because of the mindset they went to the retreat with. Whereas in the retreat, some people are paying attention, they are absorbing everything that was being said, and they are getting ready to go and put it into practice. The average mindset does not really give a damn. It does not care. The minimum mindset is never or hardly sees the best in people. It never sees the best in people. It's always critical, or it hardly sees the best in people. Now, if you are doing our business, one of the things that will help you to grow very fast is your ability to spot people on. In leadership as a whole, leadership generally, what will help your team to grow and expand is when you are able to spot people from the onset, even when they have not spotted themselves, but you're able to spot them on. You see them, and then you recognize the best in them. In fact, some people don't believe in themselves. You have to help them to believe in themselves and to know that they can do it. And if you have a minimum mindset, you will never spot people on. Okay? Now, there are some characteristics of the minimum mindset. What are some characteristics of the minimum mindset? Number one characteristics of the minimum mindset is complacency. I will try it when I feel like. I will do it when I feel like. If I feel like I'll attend the training, if I don't feel like I will not attend. After all, it is my money. After all, I'm not answerable to anybody. It is when you come to network marketing, to our business, that you find out that since there's no person that is a boss over somebody, people tend to do whatever they feel like and how they please to do whatever they feel. Complacency. Another characteristics of the minimum mindset is the fear of rejection, the fear that somebody will say no. Now, if you are afraid of rejection, you will never do well in your business. Not just this business, I mean in the entrepreneur's world generally. You have to grow past the fear of rejection. The minimum mindset is easily discouraged. Easily discouraged. Any little thing, you are discouraged. Any little thing, you're complaining. Any little thing, you're making a lot of excuses. Will you attend the sale meeting? No, I don't think I will attend the sale meeting. My data will not be sufficient. That data, I want to use it for other things. Will you attend Millionaire School? Well, I don't know yet, because on Saturday, I think I might be busy. And this person does not have any plan yet for Saturday, but the person is already giving excuses ahead of time. You always find people with minimum mindsets using the word try. I will try. I will try. I will try. And the word try is a front-end excuse for failure. So that when you ask them, why didn't you do what you said you were going to do? They say, but I told you that I'm going to try now. Okay? The minimum mindset is inconsistent with actions. Inconsistent with actions. It's focused on quick results with little or no input. It's focused on quick results, fast results with little or no input. They want to succeed exponentially, but they don't want to put in any form of effort, any form of activity. That is the minimum mindset. The minimum mindset has poor belief and is lazy. Poor belief and lazy. When you talk about laziness, most people just say, no, I'm not a lazy person. No, I'm a hardworking person. But before I end this meeting, you're going to see what makes people, in fact, you're going to find out that you are actually lazy. Sometimes we rush into the conclusion that we're not lazy. But when you begin to see X-ray the differences between the minimum mindset and the maximum mindset, you will see a great deal of laziness. Okay, what are some of the results of the minimum mindset? People with minimum mindset, they are characterized by some certain kind of results. Number one is low or no income. People with minimum mindset, their income is very low, or they don't even have any income at all. Low or no income, slow or no growth, slow growth or no growth at all. Minimum mindset people, they are always full of frustration. Frustration is one of the results of the minimum mindset. The next one there is quitting. Always quitting and starting over. Okay, that is one of the results of the minimum mindset. Quitting and always starting over and over again, because they are never consistent to see through on what they began. Okay, minimum mindset has poor or no growth. Okay, no recognition, no rank advancement. Okay, no recognition. You do this business for 40 years and you are not recognized still. You do this business for so many years and still you are still where you are. No recognition, no rank advancement. You are still an active partner. Since you started this business 2 years ago till now, you are still an AP. You are not yet a Kingsman. You are not yet a Kingsman. You are not yet, okay, a Power 500 earner. You are not yet a Millionaire Circle member. And you have done the business for how many years? No recognition, no rank advancement. That is the result of minimum mindset. Okay? No big dreams. You are not dreaming anything big. You're only dreaming small, small things. Can I just make extra 20,000, 30,000? You're not thinking about how you can take a giant step to organize a mega event, a big event for you and your team. You're not yet thinking about how you can start running presentations and do it professionally and learn how to tell your story and generate a lot of results. No big dreams and no giant steps. By the way, let me even ask you, how many of us have big dreams for your business this year? How many of you have big dreams for your business this year? How many of us want to achieve something big in this business this year? Let me know on the chat handle. You are a big dreamer here. What is your big dream for your business this year? Or are you dreaming a very small dream? By the way, what is even the cost of dreaming big dreams? Do you spend any money for dreaming a big dream? Do you spend any money when you want to dream a big dream? Of course, the answer is no. In fact, I can talk about it all day. Your dream is your reality. Your dream is what drives you, what pushes you. Okay? Minimum mindset, they have no big dreams. They have only small, small, small dreams. Okay? How can they be making just 50K in a month? How can they be making, how can they have 2 people that will join their business? They are not thinking about how they are going to go to a particular community and launch that community. Go to the chat handle and type community launch. Go to the chat handle, type community launch. Community launch. It starts from somewhere. It starts from somewhere. Okay? No big dreams. They're not thinking about how they will go and get a hall and fill the hall to the brim and show people the opportunity. No big dreams. Okay? And these people, they don't take giant steps. They just take small, small baby steps. And as they are taking small, small baby steps, they always come out with small, small results. Small, small results. Small, small results. Okay? Are we together? What is the big dream? What is the big step you are going to take this week for your business? Who is that? What is the giant step you will take this week to bring your business to another level? Who are you going to speak to about your business today? Which big shots, which VIP, which big shots, which big fish are you going to recruit into your business today, this week? What giant step are you going to take this month to bring your business to another level altogether? Okay? The people with minimum mindsets, they are always busy, but they are never productive. Always busy, but not productive. You could be very, very busy, but you are not productive. You could be running from pillar to post, but you are not productive. The question is this: do you have any of these characteristics of minimum mindset? Have you caught yourself exhibiting any of these mindsets? And if you've caught yourself exhibiting any of these mindsets, it means that you need to really look at, working on yourself to have the maximum mindset. So I want to go to the maximum mindset now. Someone go to the chat and type maximum mindset. Maximum mindset, maximum mindset. We've seen the minimum mindset. I don't subscribe to that kind of mindset. I don't like that kind of mindset. I don't want you to have that kind of mindset. And I don't want to have that kind of mindset. I don't want to be associated in any way with the minimum mindset. I believe in achieving big and audacious dreams, big goals, big dreams. Okay. I believe in chasing something that makes life worth living. Okay. That makes life worth living. That makes you to wake up tomorrow in the morning with joy and excitement. You are excited about a new day. You are excited because God has given you life and He has given you an opportunity to chase your dreams again. That is the maximum mindset. It is only people with maximum mindset that jump out of their bed. Let me ask you, how do you wake up from your sleep? Some people wake up from sleep like, they just, wriggle their way out of their bed. Whereas some other people jump out of their bed. Okay, some other people jump out of their bed. Can you see already the maximum mindset is empowering? The moment you talk about the maximum mindset, you are empowered for greater results. You are empowered to achieve more. The maximum mindset revolutionizes your mind to become a mindset of an achiever. That's the maximum mindset. Let's look at the maximum mindset. The maximum mindset is also known as the bulletproof mindset, aka bulletproof mindset. This mindset is defined by a 90% mental, 10% skill building approach that prioritizes long-term commitment, self-leadership, and resilience over instant gratification. This mindset prioritizes long-term results, long-term leadership, resilience over instant gratification. This mindset views the opportunity as a sorting process rather than a selling process. Okay? This mindset views the opportunity as a sorting process. As you are going through this business, you don't see it as a means to get rich quick. You see it as a means to sort through and find out the right people who are meant to do this business with you. I told you that the maximum mindset is empowering. Okay? Now, the maximum mindset does whatever it takes legally and ethically. The maximum mindset does whatever it takes legally and ethically to succeed. Whatever it takes. Anything I'm going to do to fulfill God's purpose in my life, I will do it. So far it is legal and so far it is ethical. The mindset is committed to win. The maximum mindset is committed to winning, is committed to generating what? Results. The maximum mindset is committed to growth, is focused on growth. This maximum mindset focuses on tomorrow I have to be better than I am today. My result has to be better than my result. My result this week has to be better than my result last week. My result this month has to be better than my result last month. This mindset is all about growth, all about development, all about increase, all about expansion. In fact, this mindset does not care about failure. It is all about adding +1. Somebody go to the chat and type +1. Even if you did not achieve a very big result, but you added +1, you are no longer where you were before. You are getting better. And if tomorrow you add another one again, and the day after tomorrow you add another one, you will find out that you will keep increasing. You will keep getting better. +1. How many of us will add +1 to your results this week? Today, you are going to do +1. You will not do less than you did last week. That means you have the growth mindset, okay? Excuse me. This mindset takes responsibility. This mindset takes responsibility. Does not shift blame to people. Does not shift blame to any person. Some people have been blaming their ancestors as the reason why their life is still the way it is. Somebody said, if you are born poor, it's not your fault. Another person said, if you die poor, it's your fault. If you are born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, it's your fault. In fact, when you were born, your parents were your foundation. When you were born, your parents were the foundation. But do you know what? As at now, you are the foundation. Your children, your family, every person around you is going to build upon you. The question is this: what kind of foundation are you leaving for your generation to come? Okay. Some people blame their parents. If only my dad had taken me to the best school. Look at that, my friend. My friend went to a very good school. If only my parents could afford a proper education for me, I would have been a multi-millionaire by now. I would have been super successful by now. I would have been this and that and the other. I don't know if you have ever come across people who never went to school, but right now they employ master's degree holders. They employ first-class graduates to work for them, and they pay them salaries on a monthly basis. They pay them in dollars. They pay them even salaries on a monthly basis, but they never went to school. Let me give you an example. Somebody that I know of, his name is Kos Charis Maduka. I know that man. Kos Charis, he never went to school. His grammar is a little bit flawed. But do you know what? This man, although never went to school, never crossed, the gate of school, he finished school at a very poor standard. This man self-taught himself, self-trained himself, and today employs first-class graduates to work for him. He pays them salaries on a monthly basis, and he tells them, I never went to school, but I'm employing you that went to school. Can you see that even if somebody never went to school, it's not enough reason for you to say, my dad did not take me to Cambridge. I wish I had studied in this university and that university. By now, I should have become a multi-millionaire. That one is your mindset. Can you see how the mind is cheating on you? Some people say, if only I had a better boss, a better working condition, if only my salary was more, I should have been achieving more. Responsibilities are so many. My salary is very small. Jim Rohn asked me to tell you something. He said, you are not paid salary based on your credentials. He says you're paid by the value you provide. You are not paid by the hour. You are paid by the value that you provide to the marketplace. He says, is it possible that two people are working in the same place, they are doing the same thing, but one person is paid much more money than the other person per hour? The answer is yes, because the other person provides more value in the marketplace, in the office, than the other person. Okay? One person provides more value, and so you are paid for the more value that you provide. So, do you know what? Stop blaming anybody for the reason that you are not doing well. This is 2026, for God's sake. We know our politicians. Our politicians took a turn. This government will come in and blame the other government for the reason why they are where they are. The next government comes in and blames the other government and say, if not for the other government, we should have given you a better result. And the new government comes in and blames the previous government. And do you know what? Things are still going bad. Poverty is still ravaging the land, and people are still there suffering. Stop blaming the government. The government has no plan to change your results. I want you to know that your destiny is in your hands. Please, wherever you are listening to me right now, touch yourself and say to yourself, my destiny is in my hands. Tell yourself, my destiny is in my hands. And I want you to touch yourself, say, I will not let myself down. I say, touch yourself, tell yourself, I will not let myself down. I'm going to take full responsibility of my life. I'm not going to live my life for anybody. I will not leave it to chance. I will not leave it to the forces of demand and supply. I will be the one to define where I get to in life. I'm going to become a more valuable person so that I can be regarded as a more valuable person in the society. Okay? This maximum mindset is that mindset that says to yourself, it has a never say die attitude. No matter what, I will succeed. If you like, say I will not succeed. If you like, say this and that and the other. No matter what you say, I'm going to succeed. I'm going to pull through this. Child. Do you know what? The maximum mindset, it doesn't matter where you are currently in your business. Let's say throughout the month, even up till now, your results have not yet shown. And it seems as though you're working so hard, but no result. But the maximum mindset is a never say die mindset. It has a never say die attitude. And then it says, no matter what, even if nobody believes in me, I will succeed. I'm going to succeed in this. As I go out today, I'm going to succeed. My day is going to be prosperous. I'm going to generate results this week. I'm going to earn income this week. As I'm going for this and that and the other, I'm going to generate massive results. Let's look at the traits of the maximum mindset. Number one is discipline. Number one trait of the maximum mindset is discipline. Discipline. The maximum mindset person is a disciplined person. Okay, does not go below standard. Does not water down the standard. Does not go below status quo. The maximum mindset is a principled person. Principled person. You don't catch a maximum mindset person, a carefree person, a loose person. A maximum mindset person is not loose. Child, you cannot be loose. You cannot lose. You cannot behave like the minimum mindset. Number two is consistency. The maximum mindset person is consistent. Okay? Is consistent. The maximum mindset person is confident. You are confident. You believe in yourself. You know that you will do it. You can do it. And even if you don't know how to do it, you are willing to learn how to do it. Okay? That is the maximum mindset. Action-oriented. The maximum mindset person is action-oriented. You are ready to act even when you don't feel like it. Even when your body is telling you you don't feel like acting, the maximum mindset is action oriented. Does not act whether when he feels like it or when she feels like it. This person acts whether he feels like it or not. The maximum mindset is fixed on growth. The maximum mindset is fixed on expansion, on duplication, on, exponential growth. And then they don't wish. They are not full of wishes. Oh, I wish that. How I wish that. If wishes were horses, beggars will ride, they will gallop. Maximum mindset executes. Go to the chat and type execute. Maximum mindset is full of execution, 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 execution. No stories, no stories, no, oh, I wish I did that. Oh, and this, that. No. The maximum mindset executes, is full of execution. Okay, you are given an assignment to do, execute. You are trained. After this training today, the maximum mindset to go and execute. Meanwhile, the minimum mindset will still be there wishing, oh, I wish I can be like, I can do this. Oh, I wish I can do that. Meanwhile, the maximum mindset goes into action, begins to try, and is not afraid of failure. Maximum mindset understands that the pain of growth is far better and greater than the pain of regret. The maximum mindset understands that the pain of growth is better, is greater than the pain of regret. Some people are afraid of the pain of growth. The pain of growth is that pain that you must feel. It's just like when a woman wants to give birth to a child and she's in the labor room. When she's going through that process, she experiences pain beyond her widest imagination. She screams at the top of her voice, and it is like the whole world is coming to an end. It is not a pleasant experience. But do you know what? After she passes through the pain, through the fire of delivery, that same woman, when the child comes out, when the child is born, when she carries her baby in her hand, she can't remember the pain that she passed through again. The only thing she is full of is joy. She smiles. She beams with excitement. She hugs her baby. She cuddles her baby. And she says, welcome to the world. I'm proud of you. I am glad that I went through the process. She can no longer remember the pain of growth. Understands that the pain of growth is far better than the pain of regret. The maximum mindset understands that the pain of growth is less than the pain of regret. That the pain of growth, do you know, if you don't go through the pain of growth, by the time you experience the pain of regret, the pain of poverty, the pain of lack, the pain if you refuse to walk, oh my God. Even the Bible says the pain of the hand of the sluggard will never bear rule. If you see a man that is diligent in his business, he will stand before kings, not ordinary men. The pain of growth is less and the pain of regret is higher. The maximum mindset understands the need to make a shift when necessary. The maximum mindset understands the need to make a shift. Okay, you're doing something and it's not working. And then you need to make some changes. The maximum mindset makes changes where necessary. It's flexible. It's open to correction. It's open to guidance. It's open and willing to be trained. That's the maximum mindset. Is somebody getting value today? If you're getting any value, go to the chat handle and type value. It's flexible. It's entreatable. Is willing to be trained, is willing to be guided. Okay, you don't stand on your decision and say, I'm the man of the house, I'm the leader, I am that, I'm the other. Okay, meanwhile, your decision is not even moving the team forward, it's not changing anything. You have to be flexible. You have to be flexible. You have to be willing to take other people's opinion and add it to what you have and make a worthwhile decision. Okay, the maximum mindset understands the importance of little changes that compound over time. It understands the value of little changes, +1 changes, +1, a little change, a little improvement, a little addition, a little tweaking here and there that compounds over time and brings about a tremendous result. This maximum mindset understands the importance of little changes. My question to you is this: if you need to make a little change for results to begin to show, are you willing to make that change? If you need to become a little bit flexible for things to improve, if you need to condescend low to learn, are you willing to condescend low? Are you willing to make changes where necessary so that you can move to a higher level, to another level? Are you willing to do that? If you are willing to do that, it means that you have the maximum mindset. But if you are not willing to do that, it means that you have the minimum mindset. Okay? Small changes that compound over time, bettered by diligence, discipline, hard work, and sacrifice. The maximum mindset understands small changes that compounds over time, that bets diligence, that brings about discipline, that brings about hard work and sacrifice. Do you know that if you are not willing to sacrifice, you will not move forward? You must make sacrifices. Even the Bible says that except a corn of wheat falls down to the ground and dies, it abides alone. For you to grow to another level, you must die to self. You must die to your inordinate desires. You must die to different things. You must die to pride. You must die to laziness. You must die to those things that you've been doing that does not take you forward. You must die to all those things so that a new you can be born. Without sacrifice, you will not move forward. Do you know what? It takes sacrifice to be able to grow in any venture in life. You will need to go through a period of difficulty, challenges, hunger. Most people think that they just start succeeding overnight. They think that because they desire to become successful, success will just come just like that. No, it's true that let's take for example, Jesus Christ will become, he was going to be honored by God. But then he was shown the glory, he was shown all the beautiful things that will happen if he goes through the process. He needed to pass through the process. Joseph, that will become the prime minister, in Egypt, a strange land, he will become a prime minister. But for him to become prime minister, he must go through the period of the prison experience. He must go through Potiphar's wife. He must go through the prison. He must suffer hunger and lack and difficulty and sacrifice all those, for him to get to the desired result. So for you to make progress, the maximum mindset teaches you that you must be willing to make what? Sacrifice. You must sacrifice for your team. You must sacrifice for your office. Some of you don't like to contribute when they are talking anything about contribution. You switch off. You say, I joined this business because I want to make money. Nobody told me that if I join this business, I'll contribute one money or the other for something. You don't care about your office. You come to your office and the chairs are broken. Things are not the way they are supposed to be. And instead of you to make some sacrifice and say, you know what, I'm going to come with one chair tomorrow. That's how we did when we started. When we started the business, we come to our office, there's no chair. We promise ourselves that when we are coming tomorrow, we'll come with one seat each. I'm training and the marker is no longer, the ink in the marker. Those days, people come to the office, they buy marker when they are coming to the office. Who told them to buy marker? Nobody told them. Nobody told them to buy the marker. And they just come to the office and say, sir, please, I bought marker so that you can, for trainings. 2 Today, the people that are joining, what have you bought for the office? What have you contributed since you joined the business? Even the one that you contributed, you did it out of murmuring and complaining. There is no blessing for your murmuring and complaining. There is no reward. You lose reward when you are murmuring and complaining. Do not expect to get anything from something that you have not paid the price for. Okay? After paying the price, you will earn the prize. Okay? The price leads to the prize. So understand, the maximum mindset understands that the process of growth takes pain and personal character reformation. The process of growth takes pain and personal character reformation. In the period of going through pain and character reformation, you begin to grow from one level to another. Understands the numbers game. The maximum mindset understands the numbers game. If you are talking about maximum mindset and you don't talk about numbers, then you are a joker. You've not even started the training. I cannot go through this training without talking about the numbers game. If you are doing this business and you are doing few numbers, you are, of course, you are operating the minimum mindset. They say invite people for events coming up tomorrow. You say, I'm going to invite one person. I'm going to invite two persons. And then you invited two persons and you come to the event and nobody showed up. And you say, but then I invited two people. You are a minimum mindset person and you know what will happen to two, two people will tell you, well, something came up, I was coming, my daughter fell ill, I was coming, my boss called me in the office, so many, excuses. But then what if you invited 50 persons? What if you invited 40 persons? Even if two people don't show up, you have 38 to go. The maximum mindset plays the numbers game. More events, more presentations, more book calls, more exposure, more trainings, everything, more. That gives you a greater, better result. Plays the numbers game. Prospect more. Invite more. The maximum mindset understands the Pareto principle of optimality. That for every 20, you get 2. For every 40, you get 4. So you will naturally want to do more numbers because you want to get a higher result. The maximum mindset understands the parable of the sower. That you sow today and you did not get results today does not mean that if you sow tomorrow, you will not get results. Am I talking to somebody? Is somebody still in this meeting? Are there people in this meeting? The maximum mindset understands the parable of the sower, that you sow more and get more. You sow more and achieve more. You sow less and you get less. And even if you sowed yesterday and you did not get results, you can sow today and you will get maximum result. There's one of our partners in my office. I've been watching this person. Initially, this person's business was very, very slow. When I say very, very slow, I mean very, very, very slow. Every person in the office will invite, and this person will invite, and people will not show up. And every time this person will be saying, but I invited, my prospects did not show up, but I invited, people did not come. And this person will, after events, this person will go and sit down. I will see this person sitting down somewhere like this, moody, sad. When other people are celebrating, oh, I got results, this, that, and the other, this person will just go and sit down one place and be bemoaning self. But because of, this parable of the sower, this person kept on sowing and sowing and sowing and sowing and sowing and sowing with no result. But one particular day, the result started, and is still continuing. As I'm talking to you right now, I have a lot of encodings that I've not done for that person. I'm telling you, codes everywhere, codes like water. The same person that was complaining of no result. If you go to the person's DTC now, money full everywhere. There's money. More money is even coming because the person understood the parable of the sower. If you sow today and you don't get results today, does not mean that you should not sow tomorrow. You can sow tomorrow and you will get a greater result for all the period that you have not been getting results. Okay. Now, what are the characteristics of the maximum and the minimum mindset? Number one, the ego mindset. One of the characteristics of the maximum mindset is the ego mindset. They have high vision and independence. High vision and independence. They are visionary. And their vision is not just small, their vision is high, and they practice independence. They want to be able to do things on their own and generate results, whether their leader is there or not. They practice booking calls. Even though they are still new in the business, they practice how to book calls. They practice how to invite. They go ahead to fix their home lunch, their church lunch, their office lunch, whatever they can do to drive what? Results. This is what the people with the maximum mindset do. Okay, they rise above, they build a large team, they earn significant income, and they don't settle for survival. The maximum mindset, they build a large team, they earn significant income, and they don't settle for survival. That's the maximum mindset. The maximum mindset has ownership and responsibility of results rather than blame the system, the product, or the upline. Instead of them blaming the system, blaming the product, blaming the upline, they take complete ownership of their business. They take complete ownership of everything, and then they try to put results on their table. Okay? The maximum mindset has self-leadership. Act as a leader immediately. Even though you're just new to the business, you begin to take leadership roles, leadership responsibility. You begin to assume leader of your team. Even before you have a team, you're already taking action that will bring about your result. One of the characteristics of this, ego mindset, the maximum mindset is the ego mindset. Okay, number two characteristics of the maximum mindset is resilience and mastery. Emotional resilience, emotional mastery. They have emotional mastery. They are not easily swayed by things happening around them. They are unattached to outcomes. They focus on sorting. They treat rejection as an ally. They treat rejection not as a foe. They treat it as an ally. They treat feedback and no as not now. They don't take it personal. They don't take no personal. They don't take feedback personal. Okay? This is one of the characteristics of the maximum mindset. Number two is that they have a 4-year career rule for mastery. They did not join this business for the short term. They join this business for the long term. They are not thinking about today. They are thinking about today. They are thinking about tomorrow. They have given themselves 4 years to learn the rudiments of this business. After all, in the school, the higher institution, you go through school for 4 years plus 1 year of NYSC, and then you begin to look for a job. And when you get a job, you start working and grow through the ranks. But in our business, under 2 to 4 years, you can be able to begin to create mastery in this business. Okay, these people have a thick skin. They have a thick skin. They are not easily swayed by failure. They are thick and they want to succeed at all costs, legitimate. Okay, another characteristics of the maximum mindset is growth and abundance. They have the growth and abundance mindset. They never feel that resources are limited. They never feel that sign up is limited. It is people with, scarcity mindset or minimum mindset that steal people's prospects. you go and steal somebody's prospect because you have the minimum mindset. You don't believe that your own will come. You don't believe that your own will come tomorrow. You don't think that your result will show tomorrow. In fact, I saw a scenario where two people, one person did not get result, but was okay that the other person got results. And the next day, the same person who did not get result got an even bigger and greater result than the other person. So these people focus on abundance. They feel that there is plenty, there's enough for everybody. Okay, that is the maximum mindset. Okay, they have growth, they have personal development. Your income will rarely outgrow your personal growth. Your income will rarely outgrow your personal growth. Your income will grow in direct proportion to your personal growth. Are there still people in this meeting today? Are you still paying attention? If you are in this meeting, go to the chat handle and type 1. Your income will not grow above your personal growth. Your income will grow in direct proportion to your personal growth. Your income, you see, will grow in direct proportion to your personal growth. Some people, they are not in this meeting now. They are busy celebrating happy birthday, happy birthday. They are busy jubilating that somebody has a birthday, but their brain is empty. They don't have knowledge of what they are doing. Minimum mindset. Instead of them to join the training, in the training, we are saying that your income will rarely outgrow your personal growth, meaning that you will always earn what you are worth. You will earn what is in your head. You will earn what is in your mind. You can rarely out-earn what is here. Your growth is directly proportional to your personal development, to your mindset, and to what you have upstairs. Why is it that if you develop your mind, if you develop yourself, if you do better work on yourself, your income naturally changes? These people invest in reading, in podcasts, in books, in training, in cell meeting, in millionaire school, in retreats. They will go a long way to invest in themselves. Of course, they have abundance mentality and they celebrate other people's success. They prefer service over selling. Service over selling. They prefer to serve than to sell. Are you serving any person? Are you serving your team? Do you know what? I barely slept yesterday night. For the most part, I was awake. This training that you're getting now, I had to go through some period of, I had to go through a lot of work to put this together. That is service. Are you willing to help your team members to start generating results? Are you going to work with them to generate results? Are you going to fix home lunch and attend the home lunch? How many presentations are you going to do this week? How many presentations will you do this week to help your team to grow? Will you go and fix a lunch somewhere to help your team to grow? Let's look at the DMO of the person with maximum mindset. Go to the chat handle and type DMO, DMO. What is the DMO of the person with maximum mindset? Go to the chat handle, type DMO. The DMO means daily method of operation of the person with maximum mindset. Cell meeting. They don't joke with cell meetings. They attend cell meetings. Number 2, they engage in income producing activities, prospecting, inviting, presenting, closing, follow up, starting a new distributor rights, promoting events, leadership. They don't miss millionaire school on Saturdays. They don't miss millionaire school trainings on Saturdays. They are consistent. They are consistent daily. That's not the DMO of a maximum mindset person. They are consistent. They engage in continuous learning. They understand that business growth is a 3D printout of your thoughts. Your business will only grow in direct proportion to your thoughts. So if your business is a 3D printout of your thoughts, if you upgrade your thoughts, and if you upgrade your thinking pattern, and if you upgrade your mindset, then you can directly upgrade your results. If you can upgrade your thought, no wonder somebody wrote a book titled Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. He x-rays that your thoughts can finance your income, finance your dreams. Who would have thought that my thinking, your thinking, our thoughts and thought processes can finance the life that we want to live tomorrow? As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Am I talking to somebody? After today, don't catch yourself thinking anyhow thoughts. After today, don't catch yourself thinking about failure. Don't catch yourself thinking minimum. Think about maximum. Go and upgrade your account. All of you that are operating your business with small accounts, 1 account, 3 accounts, 7 accounts. What are you doing with 7 accounts? What are you doing with 15 accounts? When you can have 31 accounts, when you can have 63 accounts, what are you doing with small accounts? That's minimum mindset. Let's look at minimum mindset versus maximum mindset as I prepare to wrap up this training. I hope you have gotten value and you are getting value. What are the differences between minimum mindset and maximum mindset? Excuses. Minimum mindset is full of excuses. Maximum mindset is full of responsibility. Have you ever seen in a family that child that always takes responsibility? Have you ever seen in a family that child that is always taking responsibility? What about that child that is full of excuses? Junior, go and bring for me the plates on the table. And Junior starts murmuring and complaining. Oh, mommy, and you know this, that. Then the other child, he said, Junior, please, can you, before you even say, please, can you say, mommy, I brought it to you? Which child will do better? The one with excuses or the one that takes responsibility? Joseph's brothers, they hated him because they were full of excuses. Their father will send them to the field to go and take care of the animals. They will go there and they will be playing. They will go there and they will be doing other things. Joseph will come back. He will take responsibility. He will report his brothers. His brothers hated him. They said, this boy that is always reporting us to our father, we will deal with him. Unknown to them that in dealing with him, they will push him to destiny. In dealing with him, they will push him to become the prime minister of Egypt. And then Egypt was the world power. Imagine, they pushed him from being a farm boy to becoming a prime minister. They pushed him from being a pauper to becoming a multi-millionaire. Which one is better? Minimum mindset or maximum mindset? Minimum mindset is full of fear. Maximum mindset is courageous. Are you full of fear or are you full of courage? This training today is telling you be courageous. Be courageous. Delete fear. Delete worry. Delete anxiety. Replace it by courage. Replace it by courage, with courage. Okay? Are you taking comfort over growth? Minimum mindset will take comfort. Maximum mindset will take growth. Minimum mindset is inconsistent. Maximum mindset is disciplined and consistent. Minimum mindset is looking at short-term benefits. whereas maximum mindset is looking at long-term benefits. Which of these mindsets do you have for this business that you started? For this network marketing business that you started, now that you have joined this team, are you looking at short-term or are you looking at long-term? If you are looking at short-term, type ST on the chat handle. And if you are looking at long-term, type LT on the chat handle. Are you ST or are you LT? Go to the chat handle and let me know. Are you looking at short-term or long-term? If you are short-term, type ST. If you are long-term, type LT, long-term. I'm looking at long-term. I saw the business 7 years ago, and God has helped me. Of course, it's not by the power of man. It's not by human intellect, okay? The grace of God has been sufficient. But then, I also have been looking long-term. I did not just join the business to sign up. I joined the business to succeed. I joined the business to learn the ropes, to understand what it takes for me to become more valuable. And as I become more valuable in the marketplace has no choice than to reward me for being more valuable. So I'm going to earn 10 times as much as I earned before. I'm going to grow in ranks. My potential will keep increasing because I joined for the long haul. What is the shift today? My advice to you is that you should shift. Peradventure, you had the minimum mindset before now. My advice to you is that you should shift from minimum to maximum mindset. And how can you shift from minimum to maximum mindset? Number one, set clear goals. What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to go to? Who do you want to become? Set clear goals. I did not say set goals. I say set clear goals. Both immediate goals, short-term goals, long-term goals. Set your goals right. Okay? Number two, create a daily action plan. Create daily action plan. Okay? Number three, stay consistent. Don't forget these things I'm telling you. Some people are quick to forget. After every training, they forget about everything that was said. They never remember. They never succeed. They attend retreats after retreats. When we went to the last retreat in Lagos, when people were seated down, I was seated in one corner and I was absorbing. I learned that I should always be like a sponge. I was busy learning. I was busy reminiscing on past experiences. And on then the present training, I was trying to absorb. I was trying to understand. I was trying to know more. And I was telling myself, what do I need to take home from this training today? I also told myself, I looked around in the hall and I saw that many people were excited by the rave of the moment. Many people are so excited when they go for retreats. They are jumping, they are excited. They are so, they are caught up with the moment, with the fanfare. 1 week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 1 month later, everything that was taught, poof, is gone. They can't remember anything again. I'm not that kind of person. I did not go with the minimum mindset. I went with the maximum mindset. I went to learn. I went to absorb. I went to get value, to drive myself from one level to another, to move from one position, point A to point B. Invest in learning. Don't miss another training again. You'll be missing trainings all this while. Don't miss another training. Attend every training. Be the highest learning person that you know. Become the standard by which people measure learning. They will say, are you learning like him? Are you learning like her? Surround yourself with serious, like-minded persons. Don't surround yourself with losers, with failures. Don't surround yourself with loose people, with minimum people. Stay around the campfire. Always surround yourself with people who are hungry for success. People that want to succeed. People that want to do well. People that are not okay with mediocre life. They want to go to the top. Surround yourself with those kind of people. Show me your friend. and I will tell you who you are. You are the average of the 5 people that you interact with on a daily basis. Surround yourself with high flyers. Okay? What are your matching orders? As I wrap up this meeting this morning, what are your matching orders? If you are still with me, type MO on the chat handle. If you are with me, type MO on the chat handle. MO means matching orders. What are your matching orders? Matching order number 1. You don't get paid for trying, you get paid for results. No matter the number of tries that you have, you are not paid because you tried. You are paid because you generated results. So, generate results. Nobody cares how much you've tried. Nobody tried how much effort, cares how much effort you put in. Just imagine that a footballer comes and says, it's just like yesterday, there were several football matches that was played yesterday, okay? And what's the name of this team again? Fenerbahce. Miss Angela, can you remind me? Osimhen, they played with Fenerbahce yesterday, and they scored 3-0. Osimhen, with his injury, his hand was bad. He's still bad now. He's in the healing process. But he was able to score the opening goal and gave assist and supported in the course of the game. What if they say, we tried? A footballer tell you, we tried, we ran around the pitch, we gave a lot of shots on targets. The question is, somebody comes and say, I gave 20 shots on targets. Okay, that's good. But did you score? Nobody cares the number of shots on target you have. The question they ask is, how many goals did you score? You are not paid for trying. You are paid for what? For results. Results is the name of the game. You need to go out and generate results. Clear results, evident results that a blind man can see. A deaf man can hear about your results. A dumb man can speak about your results. Okay? Remove yourself from the minimum mindset, which focuses on survival, and plug into the maximum mindset, which focuses on freedom and results. Freedom and results. Okay? No action. If you don't take any action, you will never get results. You will not have income. You will not have results. If you stay comfortable, you will remain where you are. If you go all in, your future is created by you, by your mindset. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Choose where you belong. On this note, I want to ask you, how many of us here have the minimum mindset, and how many of us here have the maximum mindset? How many of us here today, you are making up your mind that you are going to have the maximum mindset? Go to the chat handle and type MM. Go to the chat handle and type MM, maximum mindset. I will not have a minimum mindset. Type maximum mindset. Don't know, minimum mindset is also MM. So go and type maximum mindset. Galatasaray versus Fenerbahce, yes. Thank you for reminding me. 3-0. They are paid for results. The choice is yours. This week, go all out and have the maximum mindset and generate massive results. If you got any value from today's training, go to the chat handle and type maximum mindset. Maximum mindset. I'm going to have a maximum mindset. I'm no longer thinking about failure. I'm thinking about success. I'm thinking about possibilities. I'm thinking about how to grow my business. I'm thinking about how to, try something big. I'm going to be audacious this week. That thing I was afraid of doing before, I'm going to go and do it now. I've been afraid of presenting. I will do a home launch this week. I will present. I'll go and do a home launch this week. I'll book the most number of calls this week. I'm going to track my activities this week. I'm going to have a good result by the end of this week. because I gave in more. God bless you. I love you all. Thank you for being part of today's training session. And if you got any value there, go to the chat handle and type value. Okay. I'm going to see each and every one of you tomorrow in tomorrow's cell meeting as we continue our series in the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing. God bless you and have a very fruitful week. I pray for you that this week God will reward you, reward your efforts, and remember you for greatness and upliftment. Do enjoy the rest of your day and see you tomorrow. Enjoy.